Hey everyone, my name is chaoticwolph and welcome to Hiveswap Friendship Simulator Volume 1. So, you may or may not know that there are now friendship simulator games. Well, I shouldn't say that like there's a lot, because currently only one. Volume 1, and it's gonna be focusing on the trolls that were introduced during the troll call. And there's gonna be, I assume, 2 in every one of these games. So for this one, let's introduce the trolls that are gonna be in this one actually. So if you haven't been introduced to these trolls, like me for instance, they have been introduced during the troll call, and the 2 that are going to be in this game, one of which is this guy. I probably butcher all their names just for the record. He's probably either called Diemen or Diemen, or a third option that we have never considered. Diemen? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Diemen Xicali? All about that oblong meat product. Oblong meat product contents uncertain. Current oblong meat product temperature 65 degrees Fahrenheit. He loves hot dogs, I guess. And then the other is this girl, Ardata Carmia, bloodthirsty Diemen. I don't know what that means. Probably Friska, probably, or her relative of some kind. Fresh to death sentence. Yeah, I don't know what any of these mean. But these are the 2 trolls that apparently we can befriend in the Hiveswap Friend Simulator. So let's get started and make some friends with trolls, guys. Apparently the plot behind this is, okay, it's gonna explain the plot to us. You have just crash landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. You are now completely alone in a strange world. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are desperate for friendship. Won't someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Any weirdo will do. You're not that picky. Hang on. What's this now? Is someone approaching? Do I have to pick? Oh, so you can only befriend one of them at a time. Let's go with Hot Dog Man. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange gray-skinned alien with a cozy-looking hoodie. Perhaps they will make for a good friend? Perhaps. What? What's up? What is this? Weird. Is this your typing quirk? Oof. Hang on, sorry. I didn't get a good look at you before I started talking. I guess you're really weird looking. Speak for yourself, man. Kind of uncomfortable about this. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Hungry, huh? I see what your game is. I don't want your hot dog, man. You aren't sure what he's talking about. Then your eyes drift toward the obvious target, that exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really, really good. Your mouth starts watering noticeably. Am I here to befriend a troll or get a hot dog, man? Oh no. I knew it. You're just like all the rest. After my hot dog. Your agenda is to have me relinquish my delicacy. Well, forget it. I've been tricked out of 2 other oblong meat products this week already. I know you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least. You don't know anything about his blood color, or why that would matter in this conversation about his hot dog? You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast a threatening gaze at his meal. All you really want to do is make a new buddy, so you don't feel quite so alone in this strange new world. I see. You just want a friend, and not my sweet meat. Can we stop talking about that meat? Sorry, I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such delicacies in public. You can't be too careful. Folks tend to get that greedy look in their eyes, or warm around my warm sausage. Yeah, there's a lot of innuendos here. These are odd ways to express the things he's saying, you think? But it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship moving in the right direction. My god, what is this text? No offense, but it's kind of awful. Ask if he lives nearby. Ask if you can have a bite of his hot dog. It looks amazing. Well, didn't we just say that we're not trying to take his hot dog? But all these sound sexual. Well, not this one, but I mean, let's ask about the hot dog. Forget it. I'm leaving forever. Bye. That was not the way to befriend him. Disrespectful. Oh my god. Well, that was a failure. Well, the game crashed, so that was awkward. No idea what I did wrong, but let's try to do that again. Okay. Skip all this crap. Let's make that friendship. I guess I should actually try to befriend them. I was just trying to get some funny convos going. How do I skip this? Okay. Ask if he lives nearby. Yeah, or I used to, I mean. My place was bombed by drones a while ago. Now I don't have a hive, but I'm making it work out here. Foraging for tasty things when I can. I've gotten pretty good at it. Talking people into giving me meat products, I mean. You quickly feel a sense of pity for your new friend. You thought you had it rough, crash landing here, hungry and friendless, and come to think of it, feels like your arm is broken? Your ribs too, maybe? But enough self-pity. This is about making a new great friend. You ask your friend if there's anything you can do to improve his life. Oh wait, are we friends now? I don't know. Like, is that official? Man, I don't know. That's what I said. Why don't we slow down a bit, see how things go? Maybe be sure your hot dog can think about it. Not saying it's out of the question. I just think I should take some time to see if you're actually friendship material. Wow. Someone I trust, you know? Not just another looky-loo gunning for my delicacy. Oh damn, you got out over your skis again? Of course he's right, this is totally reasonable. Who the hell am I even? Just crash landed and I'm just gonna make friends? Okay. You feel sure you can do what it takes to win him over. You make a mental note to avoid looking at or mentioning his hot dog, since it seems to be such a sensitive subject. Maybe he should just eat his hot dog so we can stop looking at it. You do everything in your power to avert your gaze from the hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it. In fact, don't think hot dog dots. Don't think hot dog dots. It's working, I swear it's working. You aren't thinking about hot dogs at all. It's like he isn't even holding one. And no one ever even brought up the fact that hot dogs exist. He seems to notice, on some primal level, your current non-hot dog mindset. He smiles. You pay closer attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has, actually. Very kind, disarming. A few freckles here and there. A mop of messy hair draping over his eyes. What a nice friend this would be to have. You think. He's kind of adorable really. If you disregard the prickly attitude about his hot dog. Don't you think his horns look kind of like hot dogs too? Wait, we're not supposed to be thinking about hot dogs right now. No hot dog thoughts. Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking thoughts that are too friendly. You should dial this down a little. Stick to the basics. You just want a cool new friend. Nothing more. Yeah, we don't want the other 3 quadrants. You should try to spark up some non-meat related conversation soon. Before things get awkward. It's already awkward. You wonder about his house. It got bombed? Yeah, you know. Routine drone passed through my hood. A little bombing, a little coaling. That's how it goes around here. I was a lucky one. My Lucis? Not so much. He's a goner. You don't know what a Lucis is, but you can deduce it was someone important to him who probably died in a bombing. Well, if I don't know what a Lucis is, I guess I'm human. Rather than overwhelm him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide the right play is to show some sympathy. Thanks. I miss him. Sometimes I think. I enjoy savory bun delights. Okay, we get it, do you like hot dogs? It's a way of covering up the pain. They're so good though, it's hard to stop. Also, I favored the juicy meats before he died anyway. It's something we did together. How did we start talking about my hot dog even more? Once more? You brought it up, dude. Let's drop it. Please, dude. Don't bring it up again. You didn't bring it up, but you don't want to correct him? The boy is clearly grieving. You see 2 faint red tears roll down his cheeks from behind the messy bangs. Your heart can't take it. You have to console this homeless boy somehow. Then he'll definitely be your friend. But what to do? Well, how close are we now? Are we like on hugging level kind of friendship? Let's give him a friendly pat on the back. You keep it simple and pat him on the back a couple times. Everything's going to be okay, since you're his new friend, or at least working toward earning that status. He has a new ally to help him with whatever comes his way. He wipes his tears and appears to get himself back together. Your friendly gesture worked. You're right, I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid. They probably think I died. No need to worry about knocks on my door because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life. Scrounging for sumptuous indulgences wherever I may find them? By rummaging through awful drums or smooth talking the right mark? Sounds like the life, honestly. I'll miss my Lucis, but I think he would be proud of me. If I can make it without him, if I can survive on my own, I know he would be proud. Maybe I don't even need to leave the planet? Maybe I can avoid taking the ordeals altogether? I can't test who you can't find. If I play my cards right, I can probably live to ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. Like hiding in alleys and sewers, scraping together just enough succulent proteins to keep myself going? Honestly, I don't even need to get by that long. Since I have a much shorter lifespan than most trolls, so I think I might just be able to make this work. You look confused at the last remark, but again, don't want to be impolite. He holds up his hand as if to tell you not to bother. I can tell you're not from here, it's okay. Is it my lack of horns? Rust bloods don't live a long time. Blood classes higher than me live progressively longer the higher you go up. Sea dwellers live basically forever. It's kinda crazy and seems unfair, but that's how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not. I'm almost grateful I don't have very long to make it in this world. I don't know what I'd do if I had longer. This is like the nicest troll we met, we just landed here. I'm happy to settle into a nice short ride, keep a low profile, taking some good meat along the way. Again with the meat. Nothing wrong with that life if you ask me. You understand, it seems like a tragic story, but if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well too. You offer a sympathetic shrug, then continue your impressive streak of consecutive seconds not looking at his hot dog at all. He smiles again. He seems to be relaxing, gripping that dog a little less tightly. That's good, and then we take it. You know, you're good at listening. Not many people understand me at all. I'm just mesmerized by the hot dog you're holding. I mean, we're not talking about the hot dog right now. A lot of people find my overly possessive attitude toward meaty delights to be strange and off-putting. I've heard this more than once and lost some friends that way. Whew. There are some past personal dramas I do not want to think about, let me tell you. But you're different. Maybe you put me at ease because it's obvious you're even lower than me? Hey, let's not say that already, you know? No offense, but you are. Drones would vaporize a hornless goof like you, no questions asked. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to scare you. You laugh it off. You're not scared, you say. You've survived worse. You pat your broken ribs and wince. You clutch your sore ribs with your broken arm and wince even harder because of that. Can we get some medical help here? Oh man. Looks like that arm hurt. Looks like that arm's hurt, huh? I guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Here, hold this a second. Oh, he's giving me his hot dog. He hands you his hot dog without hesitation. Oh wow, he wants you to hold it. This is such a remarkable gesture of trust. You're overwhelmed. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being very careful. You hold the hot dog from beneath with your fingertips, as if it's a priceless, delicate treasure. Well, I got his hot dog, I guess we leave now. He takes off his vest and puts it on the ground. Then he takes off his shirt. You cover your eyes for a moment, then realize that's silly. Nothing particularly indecent about this, you suppose. If he's comfortable, so are you. Why'd you even take off your shirt, dude? Then he puts his vest back on, takes the hot dog back from you, and hands you the shirt. Here, make a sling out of it. That should help. He's right, it does help. Your broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. This shirt smells like meat too. You can't tell if you think that's a bonus or if it's weird. Definitely the latter. Besides a bonus, okay, I guess not. This is your new friend. He loves meat, and so do you. It's your greatest common interest, in fact. Nice. You know, I think we make a pretty good team. I don't know if I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet, but I may be getting close. You're pushing all the right buttons, man. Just being someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means to me. You're so happy to hear this. It makes your heart sing. Well, I'm an easy to satisfy person. Well, if you're keeping it totally real, Some of these things he's saying are just a little strange. Like maybe this boy wasn't really socialized properly by his Lucis, you guess? You think that might be his dad? But again, you don't dare ask. Now when the positive feelings are flowing like this, why kill the mood? He gets a little closer and swoops a hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moment, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes, regarding you fondly. Your heart beats a little faster. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he's interested in is friendship. You hope that's all he wants. You don't think you're ready for anything more than that? You're desperate for friendship, or really companionship of any sort. But that's moving pretty fast for you. But you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all this. If he goes any further, you're not sure if you'll have the will to protest? Listen, dude. This gorgeous meat product we both admire? I'm thinking, maybe we share it. Yes, true friendship achieved. I think that sounds pretty good actually. Or I think that sounds good actually. Oh my, yes, that sounds wonderful. You're so hungry. And you're beside yourself with gratitude that Diemen is willing to share with you something so precious to him. It really means a lot. Yeah, it does mean a lot considering that's the only thing he rescued from his bombed hive. Here, I have an idea. Whoa, dude, real close. He brings his face close to yours. He holds the hot dog up between your faces, with both ends of the hot dog pointing to his mouth and yours. Okay, this friendship is moving a little too fast. You're not sure what he wants you to do. You can't find the breath to ask. It seems like he wants you to eat the hot dog with him, Lady and the Tramp style. Oh dear God. Yes, if pressed on it, you agree the fact is uncomfortably erotic. But you have to admit, it is a good way to share a food item. It is not, whilst ensuring it gets split about evenly. Also, no. And you absolutely loathe the idea of letting a friend down. It's completely at odds with your values as a person. Okay, you're getting way too close there. You chomp down on your end of the hot dog as he does with his end simultaneously. Holy shit, that is so good. You take another bite, and he times his bite perfectly. This is really weird now. He's really good at this game. It's throwing off your chewing a bit, which makes you cough a little when you swallow. Is this supposed to be like strangely erotic? But you don't feel like you can pause without breaking eating rhythm with him. Might be what a bad friend would do. Oh my god, back off, dude. You keep going without really quite swallowing as you go. You get closer to his face, which is creating an imminent situation you aren't sure how you're going to handle. You haven't planned for it, and it's coming up fast. The hot dog backlog collecting in your throat. Okay, this is really gross. Collecting in your throat is getting a bit too heavy, so you try to swallow, but you can't. You gag and cough up all the chewed hot dog matter explosively into his face. Thanks, friend. He recoils, absolutely stunned. His bangs are blown back, and he's staring at you with wide eyes. Hot dog and bun bits all over his face. He says nothing for a moment, then puts his hand to his throat. Oh fuck, he's choking. Heimlich maneuver. He points at his mouth desperately. You need to do something. The Heimlich, of course, that's what you need to do. You need to save your friend's life. Well, I don't know how to do it. You get behind him and put your good arm around his belly and form a fist. You plunge the fist in under his ribs, trying to dislodge his masticated delicacy. It's no use. You can't get any leverage. You need your other arm. For you, my friend, I would use my broken arm. It really hurts though. You'll have to make the sacrifice for your friend. Yes, a friend who may have just tried to trick you into kissing him with a silly hot dog stunt. You're not sure how you'll navigate that tricky subject once he's breathing again, but you'll deal with that later. Right now, you have a life to save. You pull your broken arm out of its sling and grab your other fist in front of his belly and squeeze. You try and try and try. His face is turning, well, not blue, deep red? You guess cause his blood is rust-colored. Sure, that makes sense. You yank one more time, your broken arm throbbing in pain. A huge gob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball, and the explosion creates enough force in the other direction. It causes you to actually lift him up into the air and accidentally suplex him into the mud behind you. Now we're best friends. You in turn go tumbling over him, and the two of you are soon locked into an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies downhill mayhem. You roll and roll down the grassy incline toward a nearby neighborhood, toward a street. Luckily, you stop just short of the street, but Diemen's neck lands right on the sharp edge of the curb, ouch, and after flipping in the air once or twice, you come down right on his face with your big ass. You hear a crack. Oh, I just killed Diemen. Diemen? You slap his cheek a little. No response. He's not breathing. You check his mouth. Throat is clear of hot dog debris. Oh god. This can't be happening. You look around, panic. This isn't what you need right now. All you wanted was a friend. You can't be held responsible for alien murder. You have to hide. Did I really just kill him? You have to hide the body. You see a couple of kids creeping out of nearby houses to see what all the commotion is. There's no time. You've got to find a bush or something. There, over there. Looks like a little alien bushy thing. It's pretty small, but it'll have to do. You drag the vested, shirtless carcass over to the bush. You die really fast, Diemen. You dump the body in the bush and it's really not convincing. It looks like a dead kid was unceremoniously dropped on top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal a murder. You've got to come up with a better... Wait a minute. Someone is standing behind you. Oh, hey there. Hello, stranger. I didn't kill anyone. No, just go away. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. Oh, you like to add extra eyes, don't you? I'll take care of it for you. She does love murder. Oh my god. You killed him. Was that actually a thing that you can do? How did I kill him? What? We gotta try that again. Okay, so I guess instead of giving him a friendly pat, I had to give him a reassuring hug to not mislead him into thinking that we're anything but normal friends, dude. You open your arms and approach him with a posture of great compassion. You furrow your brow upwardly a bit, as if to say, I know how hard it is. You advance and he leans backward a little, as if caught off guard by your sympathy. Maybe you're coming on too strong? But you know, there's no turning back now. You don't just throw the brakes on an imminent heartfelt hug like this. You embrace him awkwardly and it goes well for a moment, until you realize your arm is broken and it seizes up reflexively in pain. It jostles the hot dog in his hand and he bobbles it. You both gasp. You try to detach from the hug so you can catch the dog, but it's already on its way to the ground. In your attempt to save it, you stagger backwards and slip. Maybe now I die. The hot dog gets smushed under your big dumb ass the moment it makes contact with the ground. Diemen lets out a shriek. No! Aww. Dude, my dog. You scramble to get up in time, hoping you're not as old as it looks. But your feet keep slipping from the hot dog, and your butt keeps grinding the hot dog into the mud, into dust. When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over and check it out. It's completely unsalvageable. Just a gross meaty mud mash, like the hot dog never even existed. Well, now we can't be friends, I guess. Diemen howls in agony and slumps backward against a tree. Oh no, you fucked this up so bad. That's it, man. I've lost everything. Not sure what the point is of even living anymore. You are absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you'll be thinking about this moment for years to come, during those insecure moments when your mind seems to be looking for any excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. Still, you can't help but feel this guy is being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more of those to come by, for those who know where to look in this strange world. He himself said he makes a habit of enjoying these, so they can't be all that uncommon. Maybe he just has an unusual psychological disorder surrounding a fixation on this particular food item? Yes, that could be it, poor guy. This just means he needs your support as a friend all the more. You won't give up on your friends, or for that matter, people who you're trying desperately to become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. You have an idea. You run it by him with a sense of optimism and salesmanship. The past is behind you. There's no need to wallow in self-incrimination and guilt over the hot dog incident. Diemen perks up a little. You want to help me get another hot dog? Absolutely. It could be a fun adventure, you say. Something to bond over, to bring two new buddies closer together. Okay, you don't say that out loud, but you really hope it's true. I don't know. Could be a long shot. Sometimes it could be days before I'm united with another plump treat. Glistening with perspiration. Okay, that's not a hot dog. Steaming, relaxing comfortably in a soft melt in your mouth loaf. Damn. Now I really want a hot dog. Guess I don't have much choice but to take you up on your offer, do I? What do you have in mind? It's a good question. You haven't made a plan yet, and frankly, don't even know where to begin. But he's interested in spending more time with you, which is the most important thing. You'll figure something out. You decide a display of confidence is called for here, a real show of leadership to improve morale. You smile, hold your head up high, and tell him to follow you. You know exactly what to do. Well, not really, but you give no indication of that at all. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him hooked now, you think. He's probably wondering if he hit pay dirt, finding a new friend with the hot dog hookup. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea where to find a hot dog, but you've got to admit, you're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want to do anything underhanded, yet you can't help but feel you should probably milk this social gambit for all it's worth. What the hell that mean? This way, you say as you begin marching confidently in a random direction. He obediently follows and begins rubbing his tummy. You begin to feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to play out, or if it stands any chance of resulting in a hot dog at the end of the journey. My hot dog journey, man. Oh well, you'll figure something out along the way. Where are we going? You lead him through streets and winding through the yards of strange-looking houses, and he follows. He takes care to make sure you both are not seen, which could get you both into trouble apparently. The improvised circuitous route appears to provoke his suspicion. We're literally going back and forth to the same place. Dude, are you sure you know where a dog is? I know where the dogs are. It seems like maybe you're lost. Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely sure you know where to find what you say? You're just throwing anyone off the trail who might have been following you? He nods solemnly as if that makes perfect sense. Whew. But you can't keep him guessing like this forever. You've gotta do something. Take some bold action to keep his interest in this wiener quest. You say this way, down here. This is a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. It's the mother lode. It's the dog lode. In the sewer? Yes, totally. It's just a short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be more than another hour or several of sewer trudging, that is, if he still has the will to do what it takes to get his hands on more juicy dogs. Oh hell yeah. You know it. After you, man. After them juicy dogs. Oh my god, we're literally in the freaking sewers now. An hour later, you're so deep in the sewer, you've lost all bearings and sense of direction. You could be anywhere by now. You've taken so many crazy turns. Still, you don't let up for a second that you're lost. You've made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but now he's having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath and struggling with the foul smell. Can't say you're enjoying it much either. But you can't let on to the fact that what you're doing now is anything other than the most casual routine for you. Why would it be routine? I'm not even from this planet. Like you do this every day, just a quick jaunt to the sewer to hit up this vast, mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe this all sounds a bit insane. Still, you're in too deep to second guess yourself now. Hey, I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie, I'm starving for a heavenly frankfurter. But this might be too much for me. Hey, if you want a hot dog, you gotta walk the walk. I don't think I'm cut out for this. You pause and look back. He's sitting down now, slumping against a filthy sewer wall. You're intensely relieved to see you may have just won this impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. But more importantly than that, this looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy and have a bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit next to him, and with your broken arm, put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts, will make you a new friend. I kinda suck. My looseness is gone, I don't have any skills, and most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much. I'm probably just gonna get cold. I'm not good at going on adventures or doing anything hard. All I'm good at is finding an easy meal here and there, however I can get it. Like talking people out of their fine sausages using tricks or other ploys which end up losing me friends. It's been unthinkable that anyone would actually do anything nice for me, or would want me to have that sweet, sweet meat I desired. Okay, it's just enough about the meats, dude. At least it was unthinkable. Until now. Your heart begins to race. Could it be? Is this feeling friendship? Is this shitty improvised sewer escapade actually working? You can't believe it. Nobody's ever done so much or worked so hard to try to get my hands on another magnificent banger. Sorry for being emotional, but like, this is new for me? I don't know how to handle it. I'm just so grateful. I'd be thrilled to call you a friend, man. Whatever you are. You're overjoyed. Unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true. What now? It's such a sudden turn of good fortune. You hardly know what to do. Should you hug the guy? Last time that didn't go so well. But this time, he's not holding a hot dog for you to clumsily defile. So maybe this is your moment. Wait, what's that? A deep rumbling sound begins to echo through the tunnels. Oh my god, sewage! Oh shit. They found us in the sewers? It's a drone, dude. I guess I'm like sewer duty. We've gotta run. He gets up, grabs your hand, and sprints. He's a lot faster than he looks when motivated to get moving. He turns this way and that as the rumbling gets closer. Okay, that's gross. But he slips on something and you both tumble into a river of horrific sludge. Bro, I can't swim. I can't swim either, dude. Your bad arm finds purchase on the ledge and, though it's very painful, you heroically salvage your friend from the muck with the other arm. Dude, my broken arm is doing very good for being broken. He coughs and gasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder, shove him upward until he starts climbing on his own, and follow him. You burst through a lid on the floor and you both flop out of the hole, drenched and filled, smelling horrible and completely exhausted. But at least you're safe, you think. Hey man, I just want you to know, even though we didn't find the glorious treasure you're leading us to, I'm happy how it turned out. Maybe I don't need hot dogs in my life as much as I thought. Maybe that's not the real treasure after all. Maybe the real treasure was the weird friends we made along the way that tried to steal our hot dogs. It's been a journey for me, let me tell you. I'm learning so much about myself, about life, because of you. His bushy hair is slicked back from his eyes due to the sludge. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful gaze of presumably pure friendship? Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is intense. Then something catches your eye, just above him. Is it a hot dog? Something dangling. Lots of dangling things, actually. Come to think of it, it's really cold in here. Freezing, in fact. Is it a frozen hot dog? You finally realize, holy shit, you're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including many sausages. Thousands of them. You begin to sob. Your sobbing soon turns to unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you and the tears flow freely from you both. You embrace each other and let it all out. Suddenly it hits you. Both of you. This is by far the happiest day of your life. Hot dogs! Oh my god. Meat heaven! Is this like the best ending? This game is super weird, okay? I don't even know if I call it a Homestuck game. Or a Hiveswap game, I guess. But you know what, guys? Now we're gonna hit on Ardata. We made friends with Hot Dog Dude. We got him his hot dog. Now let's see what Ardata wants. Yes, someone is approaching same thing. A strange gray clad in blue. Perhaps they will make a good friend. Dear God, and just what are you supposed to be? Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. Okay, I think I already said all that crap with Diamond. Oh my. Okay, that's a lot. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with her? Oh, how funny this is. How very droll. You have 3 eyes, man. What the hell? You want to be my friend? It's too much. This thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability. My ability to capture with maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk up. And just what the fuck do you think you're doing? Who invited you to leave? Jesus Christ. She is like Friska, kind of. You stop in your tracks obediently and turn to face her again. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing in pain. But this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. It dawns on me that we may have gone off on the wrong sweat saunter pod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it isn't your fault you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence. I would weep for you, really, except that crying out of 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy. So instead, I think, I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside, or if she just got you to stay a little longer so she could insult you some more. You try to remain stoic, while your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle slightly. Oh. Oh my. Oh dear. You're... sad? So amusing to me. Mightily endearing even. Perhaps I'll decide later if it's endearing, once I have more information. It's entirely possible I will retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try to put yourself at ease, you completely pitiful fool. Not one more sniffle. Do you understand? You nod while practicing exemplary control over your nose. You've gotten yourself so agitated. I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. Of course I will be your friend, conditionally I mean. There is a chance the designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of, starting now. Let's call it a friendship in progress, agreed? Your heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for. A new friend. Oh gosh. All you have to do now is try not to fuck anything up at all. Possibly for many hours. Come into my hive this way after me. You look like you could use nourishment. Did you take me into your hive? It looks like we're still in the street, man. I don't know what it is that whatever you are eats. Generally, but it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever You will eat whatever it is I have on hand, if I tell you to. How does that sound? How does it sound? I don't know. It sounds good, I'll do whatever you say. It sounds fine, I guess. Okay, clearly this is like the better option. It sounds good, I'll do whatever you say. Obviously, it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. You will enjoy every day I provide you with and tell you to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. I will assume that we share this philosophy when it comes to friendship. You say, oh yes, absolutely. You nod as enthusiastically as you can without aggravating your broken ribs. You consider giving her a thumbs up as well until you realize one of your arms is probably broken too. You try to make sure she doesn't notice though, it will probably leave a bad impression. Yeah, I can't let my friends know that I have a broken arm. Come with me, there's something I need your help with. Oh, now we're inside her hive. Is this where you hang the meats? You're gonna hang me, right? You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's gonna fix you something to eat soon, as promised, or she's gonna eat us probably. You pass through her kitchen and out the other side to another room? Okay, you guess dinner can wait. This way. Try not to let any of your broken limbs slow you down. A good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical ailments to cause me any inconvenience. Oh, so you guess she does know you're injured. Fair enough. You hobble a little faster through another door into a much darker room. And now, down a flight of stairs? It's hard to see. There are torches along the wall ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. Oh, she better not be feeding me to her Lucis. Don't mind her, she's just hungry. She's always hungry though. What's that? You're hungry too? I have not forgotten. What sort of piece of shit friend do you take me for? You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You thought it though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's gonna make this friendship in progress a bit awkward. Here we are. This is where you will be most useful to me as a friend. What the hell? You look around. With a sense of relief, you see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down here. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various shape and size. One of them makes eye contact with you. Okay, the boy is the same kind of alien as her. Horns and all, he has a dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to plead with you. Is it Diamond? Did you capture Diamond? Is this a part where we thought we killed him, but we actually didn't kill him? And then you come up and be like, I'll take care of this, and you actually took his body and locked him up here? He struggles to say, help. Your new friend looks unamused and twitches her finger. Help. Help-lo? He says. Help-lo. By which I mean, hello, of course. Looks like you're the new friend in progress chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. She's my savior, my reason for being. I am nothing without her. I hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside of me if she permitted. What is wrong with you, dude? And who the hell are you? You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say. Ever again. Don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. I don't think he thinks he's a comedian. Come, over here. This is what I need your help with. If you're going to have any value to me as a friend. You're led to a dank corner of this, well, you're going to call it like you see it, this dungeon. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It's not ideal. Then again, social beggars like you can't be choosers. Choosers. I've been having an awful time of it. You can do it for me. It will save me time. You look at the thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time of it. You doubt this because it's still in its box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. What are we talking about? A camera? Because I see a camera in the background there. It's a box containing a table? A table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface? I don't like it here. Can we leave? I will need you to assemble. I'm not here to assemble your IKEA table. Here's a screwdriver in case you need it. I will assume other required tools are contained within the box. You should never assume that because it's always wrong. You take the screwdriver with your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind actually, really. A warm meal? A friendly banter? Perhaps a sling for your arm? And a remedial bomb for your ribs? Still, you open the box without protest. Hold on, before you start. This would make for excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. We talk about, are you a YouTuber? She sets up a video recording device on a tripod and points it at you. A video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see in one corner of the screen an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over the furniture box. Does her channel involve, people building furniture? I mean, to each their own. I'm sure there's like an audience for that. Other rectangles contain shots of the other kids in cages around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them too? You had no idea this friendship came with the perk of instant stardom. Now you may begin. Oh, look at this thing in the back. Is this her as a pupa? As a little bug? Oh my god, is that a spider Lucis? You are Frisca! What the hell? She's suddenly sitting in a comfortable looking chair facing you and holding a chalice, swishing around some viscous liquid it contains. You have all the parts spread out on the floor, organized according to their labels and the instructions. I am building an IKEA table. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't recall enjoying it. To be perfectly honest, this doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Oh, how sad for you. I'm sorry, is this activity not to your liking? You reassure her vigorously that no, it actually looks amazing. You love shit like this. It's what you were born for, you say as you swoosh the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forget the thing you just thought. Completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It meant nothing, you swear. Yes, I hear that a lot. Continue. You open the little bag full of screws. Jesus, there are like 50 screws to this thing? Oh yeah, that's usually... Well, actually no, that's wrong. There is like 3 screws and it's usually missing a couple. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table really doesn't seem that complicated. You look at your screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one requires an Allen wrench. Does this even come with an Allen wrench? The instructions seem to suggest it does. You look around, but don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into a dark dungeon crevice nearby? Maybe you lost some of the screws too. Damn it. You begin to sweat and look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not under there. You grip the screwdriver a little tighter. You wonder what to do next. I literally have to do this? Oh my god. Just do your best assembling the table. This is what friends are for. Yes, guys, this is what friends are for. If you ever need someone to assemble your furniture, just ask your friends. You decide it would be best not to complain about the missing Allen wrench. Your friend would probably consider it bad form. You'll just make do and twist in all the screws by hand, as best as you can. Your broken arm isn't making this any easier. You favor the other one and prop pieces into place precariously, leaning against each other while you nudge them into position with your legs so the screw holes align. It's really frustrating work, you're not gonna lie. As you are twisting in the first screw, the grooves slip and the screw gets stuck, but you've already turned it too tight. Now it's hard to get it out. You twist in reverse harder, but your fingers slip and table pieces start to slide. They're gonna fall. You react to catch them, but it's too late. The heavier piece tips over and slams you in the broken ribs on its way to the floor. Jesus Christ, who knew assembling furniture was so dangerous? It hits the floor with a bang. The stuck screw pops out and goes bouncing 10 or 15 feet away, settling deep underneath a piece of dungeon furniture. God, you're probably going to need to get that. You hear a light chuckle. Good. Good. Okay, she enjoys me putting together furniture very frustratingly. She takes another sip from her chalice and settles even more comfortably into her chair. Is she enjoying this? You think she's enjoying watching you struggle to put this stupid thing together? Maybe a little too much? Nevertheless, you continue. A friend is a friend, and friends put your furniture together. You don't like to let your friends down. You've committed yourself to this project. You will get the screw out from under there a bit later. Maybe when you need the final screw, you turn your attention back to the table pieces and try a different strategy. You place the biggest part, the table platform, flat on the floor. The legs would be pointing upward if they were attached. You position one leg in the right spot, in alignment with the holes, sit on the table platform, and steady the leg with your feet. You grab another screw and concentrate. Man, building this table is like a lot of hard work. Okay, she's really enjoying watching me put a table together. She sounds so pleased. It's strange, you admit, for watching this sort of activity to make someone so happy. But you also have to admit to taking a certain pride in it. It's wonderful, actually, to feel useful, wanted, important even, if only somewhat maniacally, to a great new friend who has discovered a way for your talents to improve her life. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice one of the caged kids reaching out with his hand. He's concentrating. Then you notice the screw you lost slowly slide out from underneath its hiding place. Nice, everyone's working like a team down here. What the hell? Ardata does not look at the kid, but sneers a bit. She reaches toward him and he appears to have trouble breathing. After a moment, you notice the screw slowly slides back under the thing. What the fuck? Okay. She releases him from his breathing problems, resumes her pleasant expression, and takes another sip from the chalice. She is like purposely screwing me over from, completing this table furniture. You guess that was against the rules? You decide to make a note of it. Your friend runs a tight ship down here. You respect that. About an hour later, you have all 4 legs out. Does it really take that long to assemble a table? Okay, I guess. It does have 50 screws. But plus some other accoutrements attached. You wrestle mightily with the things, get it upright, using your only good arm. It seems she may have forgotten about the final missing screw. You doubt the table needs it. You decide you won't bring it up if she won't. You give it a test. It's pretty wobbly since you were only able to tighten the screws with your bare fingers. Wow. But again, she doesn't seem to mind. She reclines and has a look on her face, which makes her appear absolutely enamored of your handiwork. She has finished her drink, and the chalice is on a side table. Some awful-looking thing crawls along the floor toward her. Is it her Lucis? Okay, it is a spider. Are you sure you're not Friska in disguise? It looks like some sort of spider, the size of an average dog. Its abdomen is preposterously large. Actually, you think it's a huge tick? Ugh, that's what it looks like. Ew. It settles just in front of her. She puts her legs on top of it and crosses them. It settles under their weight and grumbles. I don't think that's how you're supposed to treat your Lucis. Let's try it out, shall we? You shrug and sit down on the rather rickety table. You're about to lie down, but she interrupts you. No. You fool. You absolute fool. What do you think you're doing? That's not what I meant. Get up. You stand up embarrassed. Again, without looking at the caged kid, she raises an arm toward him and beckons. He stares blankly and opens his own cage, which apparently wasn't locked. He shuffles vacantly over to your table and lies down on its surface. She looks at you expectantly. You aren't sure what to do. What? You didn't think I'd be playing table stickball on that thing, did you? You aren't sure what table stickball is. Oh, you really are pretty simple, aren't you? It's like a miniature version of arena stickball, played on a table. Like table hockey or something. Got it? You don't, but you nod. Now, go to it. You shackle the kid's arms and legs to the table. Okay, it's just turning for the worst. That seems to be the right thing to do, since the thing comes fitted with shackles. Wow, she gets up and lifts her huge tick-like pet and makes more grumpy noises. She plops the enormous thing right down on the kid's chest. He appears rendered unable to protest. Okay, this is getting real gross. The tick bites the boy's neck and begins to feed. She smiles and pats its swelling abdomen. Dark, rust-colored blood dribbles from the place where it is attached to the boy's neck. Moments go by, while she looks gratified by the process, proud almost. Then she looks at you expectantly. What does she want me to do, go vampire on the kid? Well? You don't know what she means. The final screw, oh my god. I thought you forgot about that. Aren't you going to retrieve it and screw it into wherever it needs to go? It's too late now, I don't know where it needs to go. The job isn't done. I don't keep the company of many individuals who leave things unfinished, you know. Of course, what were you thinking? You should have known your friend wouldn't let that go unnoticed. Actually, you feel like an idiot for thinking it would. You stoop very low to the ground, on your knees, placing your cheek just above the floor. You peer under the large edifice. It's dark in there, and it goes back a ways. Lots of room for that darn little screw to roll. You take a few pitiful swipes with your good arm, but come up empty. It must be further back. You think you can see it? Yeah, that must be it. Just a little further. You have an idea. A tool would be helpful. Guess the screwdriver will come in handy after all. Well, you were supposed to be using that to screw the screws in. How does she know? Your new friend must be very wise. You think you're liking her more every minute. You grab the screwdriver and feel around with it. Yes, you got it, you think. You carefully scrape it closer to yourself and then pick it up. You then go back to the table and find the one remaining hole you left unscrewed. You slide under the table as a mechanic with a car. There it is. The table is creaking and wobbling quite a bit now. There's a kid and a spider on top of it. Well, a tick, I guess. The tick is really getting into his dinner, it seems. This is all very gross, and I don't want to be a part of this. All the loose screws on the table have added up to a lot of give and leeway in the overall stability of the furnishing. Maybe the final screw will help. Ardata has returned to the setup with the monitors. She's adjusting some settings on the feed, controlling the zoom of the camera, and typing some remarks into a chat window. She's talking to her viewers. This is very good material today. It's not often that I can provide content of this caliber to my subscribers. What is wrong with your subscribers that they are watching your Lucis feed on another troll? My god, get some other stuff to watch. Go on, complete your project. This will be very good. You still think it's weird that she likes watching you put furniture together so much? But you're not one to judge friends. Sounds like a great way to lose friends, honestly. You screw in the final screw, but the stresses on the table are causing the holes being misaligned. This won't be easy. The huge tick shifts its grotesque body above you, causing the table to creak loudly. You nervously slide halfway out from under the table to check it out. We're gonna die. We're gonna die so bad. Then a loud pop. Then the sound of scraping metal. 6 or 7 screws shoot out of the desk like rivets in a sinking submarine. What a piece of shit this thing is. You think a little too late. You really needed that Allen wrench. I'm dead. All 4 legs splayed dramatically out from underneath it at once, like a baby deer in ice. The table platform comes crushing down on your lower torso, breaking your pelvis. You bellow in pain and flail to pull yourself up. Oh my god. You forget that you're still holding the screwdriver. In your desperate flailing, you plunge the screwdriver into the fat abdomen of the tick, which begins gushing rust blood with great force, spraying your entire upper body and face. What kind of weird ass shit are we watching here? The beast starts thrashing wildly and screaming. You can't see your new friend due to the blood in your eyes, but you can't imagine she's thrilled about what's going on here. Your annihilated pelvis is in perfect agony. You have to get your miserable torso out from under the shitty table. You have an idea. How am I still alive? With your broken arm, you start slapping the big ass of the screaming tick while yelling yeehaw. What the hell? You clutch the screwdriver handle with your other hand hard. Oh, okay, where are you going? The blood-gushing monster starts kicking and rearing, then blasts off across the dungeon floor like a pig at a rodeo. You hold on for dear life, still blind, but your plan works. You've been pulled out from under the tomb you've spent the last hour constructing for yourself. What the freaking hell is even going on anymore? Your pelvis is in ruins, but at least you're free now and riding like the wind. As you and the blood-spewing tick go tearing around the room, crashing into stuff, you hear a boy crying. It's the boy that it's been beating on. You guess Ardata became distracted enough by your foolish display to cease her paralyzation method on him? Or maybe distracted is the wrong word. Maybe she's disappointed by your foolishness? Oh god, you might be blowing her right now. I think we should worry about something else for now. The tick swerves suddenly and starts running up the stairs. Ow, ow, ow. Your brittle pelvis feels every step on the way up. I think our pelvis, actually, you know, our entire lower half of the body is just literally chopped off. Or is it the upper part? I don't know. It careens through the rest of the hive, crashes through the front door, then comes to a sudden halt. You're catapulted violently over its backside and sail 50 yards through the air. Okay, it drew us outside. You land on your ass and wipe the blood from your eyes. Okay, this was embarrassing, but everyone makes mistakes, right? You can still salvage this friendship. You know you can. You turn your back to look at her hive. Ardata is standing in her doorway with a furious look on her face. She is flipping you off. You will not be my friend. Well, that was awkward rejection. Where did it all go wrong? Okay, let's see if this gives a different outcome. It sounds fine, I guess. Get the fuck out of my face and never come back. Rejection, god, she's so critical. Well, building a table was clearly a terrible idea and it got me almost murdered and then rejected, so I'm gonna get the hell out of here. First you clear your head and try to think innocent thoughts. Fluffy clouds in the sky, ironing some clothes, a winning touchdown pass from the sports, Ardata's long black hair spilling over her cloak, wait, these are not innocent thoughts, shut it down, shut it down. There's no time for thinking, you have to act. You hurl the screwdriver at her and run. She calmly lifts a hand toward one of the kids in the cages. The kid tenses up and lifts a hand in the direction of the screwdriver. The screwdriver freezes mid-air right in front of Ardata's head. Wow, she freaking, like, mind controlled him and then made him do the thing, damn. You run up the stairs, she twitches a finger, the caged kid does a full body spasm, and the screwdriver goes sailing toward you, it stabs deep into your leg and you buckle over, tumbling backwards down the stairs. You're a crumpled heap at the bottom of the stairs, bleeding, and you think your arm is broken in 2 places now? That didn't seem very friendly to me. Well, you don't seem like a very friendly person either. Luckily for you, I'm very determined to make relationships work. Even ones with people who flee simple furniture assembly projects. She stands over you. You attempt to pull the screwdriver out of your leg, but your entire body locks up. You can't move. She holds an outstretched hand just above you. You shouldn't try to move yet. You certainly shouldn't try to pull out that screwdriver. You'll get blood everywhere. To my 3 little eyes, under the present conditions, it seems to me that only one of us should attempt walking up these stairs. Oh, what is that supposed to mean? You feel relieved. Perhaps she has some alien means of levitating you up the stairs? Wait, no. Your body is tensing up again. It's moving without your permission. You get to your feet without taking the screwdriver out. Wow, that hurts. What is she making you? Wait, what? She better not be making me fall down these stairs. You use both of your arms and all your strength and pick her up entirely. The pain from your arm is excruciating. Arms with broken bones are not meant for heavy lifting. The additional weight on your wounded leg isn't great either. She is totally like Friskak. You better stop. I don't want to get into any weird black romance with you. You hold her as a groom would hold a bride. She wraps her arms around your neck to hang onto you in what strikes you as an overly familiar manner. She looks directly into your eyes and grins. This is better. Now, onward and upward, new friend. Your legs begin to operate without your consent. They wobble and struggle under the weight. The wound throbs. You lumber back up the long flight of stairs, carrying her all the way. This is terrible. This is the worst. You take her back to the kitchen and set her down in the chair seated at the table. You didn't think I'd forget about dinner time, did you? Let's put your unfriendly behavior behind us. It's a good thing for you that I'm benevolent enough to overlook disgusting acts of betrayal. You may have noticed I keep several friends in my hive who I have similarly forgiven. Have you really forgiven them? Then why they locked up? Consider the transgression blood beneath the abattoir. You exhale. Now that she mentions it, Yes, you are hungry. Maybe a warm meal will lift your spirits to get this heretofore turbulent friendship back on track. Maybe you'll even get the chance to pull the screwdriver out of your leg. You pull out a chair and attempt to sit down, but your legs lock up, and then you stand again. Apparently, this was not the right thing to do. Oh, but why are you sitting? There's cooking to be done. What the fuck? You stagger mechanically over to the fridge and open it. You pull out a large hock of some sort of alien mystery meat and put it on the counter. Also, look at this crap. Clean your kitchen, man! With your broken arm, you reach in anguish for a big, dangling meat cleaver. You chop the hock, wincing with each swing of the cleaver. You place the sliced meat in a frying pan, sear it lightly, and serve it on a plate, very rare, just the way your new friend likes it. You didn't know that's the way she likes it, but you surmise this is what she prefers in a piece of meat, since technically she is the one doing the cooking. You put it on the table in front of her, along with a fork and a knife beside it. Your muscles relax as you apparently are allowed to control your own body again. She does nothing except for look at you with a pleased expression. You eye the meat in front of her, then the meat on the counter, and the chair on the other side of the table. What should you do? Prepare a plate for yourself? Is that what she wants you to do? I don't know what the hell she wants me to do. Well? It looks like you're confused. Isn't it obvious what to do next, under your own volition? A good friend would know what to do. In fact, I don't think a good friend would take nearly as long to decide what the right thing to do next is. It actually seems to me that a very rude friend would hesitate for as long as you are hesitating. Or perhaps someone who is not a friend at all? You begin to sweat again. You clearly don't have much time to make up your mind. If you wait for even a few seconds longer, you will probably be guilty of being a bad friend. Maybe even a dreadful one? That's not the type of person you like to think you are. What will you do? Well, there's only one option. Feed her. This feels like the only obvious thing to do. She is looking up at you quite expectantly. You reach for the fork with your good arm. You go for the knife with your other... Ow. You can't do it. The arm is much less serviceable when the muscles are not being forced via psychic override to disregard the pain response. Nevertheless, she looks at you patiently and smiles. That's nice of her, you think. Not to be mad about it. You feel like you're growing closer to your new friend by the minute. You put the fork down and pick up the knife with your good arm. You cut the meat into several pieces with a careful sawing motion. You put the knife down and pick up the fork and stab a piece. You put it close to her mouth. She seems pleased. Very nice, or very good, nice technique. Well-sized morsels too. She chews the meat with excellent form. She has very good table manners, you think. When she finishes the pieces, you slice off some more and continue. Why am I feeding her? Is that what friends do? The meat looks very good. Your mouth is watering. But she doesn't offer any. Oh well. When it's the right time for you to eat too, you're sure she will let you know. I like that Diemen more now. She's so mean. The meal is finished. There is no more meat, except for a few pieces of unchewable gristle, which you did not try to feed her. That would be dauntless, very bad service. She reclines and steeples her fingers, looking quite pleased with how the evening has gone so far. You aren't sure why she's laughing. Did you do something funny? Oh my, what a fool. You point yourself, wondering if she's referring to you. You don't know what you've done that was foolish. If so, you're also still not sure what she finds so amusing. She pauses her laughter for now she's crying. She pauses her laughter for a minute or two, then slowly begins to frown. A faint blue tear rolls down her cheek from her bottom eye. The truth is, I don't even know why I'm laughing. This isn't very funny. What's happening here? It was a good dinner. You did a good job, wherever you are. She puts her face in both of her hands and sobs quietly. You have no idea what to do about this. You stand there still holding the fork, feeling a bit useless. There is a lot of pressure, you know, being so respected and admired for your high status in this world. I didn't ask for this, to be so superior to so many. I can't stand these high bloods. Much is expected of you. Much is presumed about what your personality will be before you even develop one. You work hard and build a brand, based only on what you think people assume you should be like. Sometimes I wonder, am I even that good at being sinister? Could I be more sinister if I tried harder? Maybe this is not my true calling after all. You begin to offer words of sympathy. This all seems heartbreaking to you. Your poor new friend, but your jaw muscles contract and your mouth shuts involuntarily. You guess it's not your turn to speak yet? Okay, that works for you. You like to be a good listener to your friends. But what will happen if I change my brand? If I stop being so sinister online? My friends and followers will deride and reject me. Yeah, I can't disappoint my followers. And my superiors will eat me alive. If I show weakness, if I scale back on my bloodthirsty content, will I incur the scorn of a wise-ass clown with 100 million subscribers? Okay. Will I be in a cage someday, listening to a fucking fool honk his horn for life? Are you talking about Gamzee? No, I must persist. How lonely it is to know this is all I can do, until the day I leave this planet. I have no material or sensory comforts left for me here, until I can get on a ship and fly away. Pain is my only solace. Your hand holding the fork grips it harder, or grips it tighter. You're horrified to realize what it is in the process of doing. What just happened? You bring it down hard on her hand, which is placed flat on the table. She doesn't flinch or react in any way. 3 trails of cerulean blood flow from the tines where they pierce her skin. That wasn't friendly, you think? But then, you weren't the one who did it, were you? You're so confused. My subscribers are not real friends. They adore me only for my sinister content, the show I provide, my wicked, infectious laughter. I get jealous of them sometimes, because they get to watch my content. It must be thrilling, I think. But maybe I'm just jealous of them because they get to be people who aren't me? This is fucking deep. I know. Apologies if you cannot relate. She pulls the fork out of her hand and lays it gently on the plate of gristle you didn't feed her. The people downstairs in their cages aren't my friends either. They act like they're my friends though, and sometimes I even believe it. But they don't really want to be friends with me. Nobody does. The only person who has ever really wanted to be my friend, who's ever tried to be, is you? You clear your throat and point to yourself innocently. That's it. I've decided. You have passed the test. You will become my friend, officially. As such, I think a reward is in order. You're overjoyed. Your heart starts racing. You can't believe it. A new, real friend? But you don't have much time to enjoy this achievement. Your body is doing something again. You bend down in a strained motion and pick up the plate and fork. She better not make me stab myself. Oh, she's feeding me, okay. You position the plate over your wide, open mouth and scrape in all the remaining gristle and begin chewing. God, thanks a lot for me your leftovers. It's virtually inedible. Your mouth humors the act of chewing for 2 seconds and then you swallow all of it whole in one painful gulp. Tastes like friendship. Friendship really is a disease. Friendship! So ridiculous. Alright guys, so that was Hiveswap Friendship Simulator Volume 1. I don't know what I expected. And yet somehow I'm still surprised, but I would say mostly weirded out. So this was released on 4/13 Homestuck Day. I was expecting before I knew about this, I was expecting for the Act 2 of Hiveswap to actually drop, but I read that the developers are having some restructuring going on, so I guess there's just some behind the scenes stuff going on that we don't know about, and they're gonna be releasing these friendship simulators in between while they're working on the X. So this basically feels kind of like we just read like a chapter, I guess, of a comic. I guess it is a comic because it's volume 1. So it definitely feels kind of rushed because a lot of stuff seems kind of like even the artwork is kind of weird and doesn't seem quite finished. Like if you kind of look at the background compared to the characters themselves, I mean, I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but and then also some of the font looks really wonky and stuff. It just feels, and you don't really get much options, dialogue options, when you're trying to talk to the trolls, or just and this thing is pretty short too. I think I completed in a little bit over an hour, I guess. So definitely felt rushed. I mean, it definitely feels like a Homestuck thing with the dialogue and everything, because I mean, I think it's written by Andrew Hussey, so that's in line with what's the whole atmosphere of everything, but it definitely feels rushed. And I don't. It's just filler, I guess. Basically filler, which is like fine, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel very like flush out. I don't know if that's how the other ones are gonna be, because these are all like just new trolls. So I don't know if this is like a good way to introduce. I guess you do kind of get like a feel for their personality, because you see like Diamond's kind of like more of a friendlier guy who loves hot dogs apparently. And he's like I think he's a rust blood, so like on the lower tier of the blood classes. And Ardata is clearly a I don't know what's it called, like cerulean blood or whatever crap, but you know, she's like higher up on that tier, so she treats everyone like crap because she is superior. She can't disappoint her follower, guys. You know, she has to be evil. She has to be sinister for the sake of her content and her viewers. So you get a bit of their personality that way, but I don't know. They're all like new characters, you know, so I don't really feel any really emotional connection for them, and I don't really like getting. Well, I mean, I guess that's how like a similar game would be. This is how you would get to know the characters. But like for the Hiveswap, I kind of prefer getting to know them, like how we got to know Sephiroth. You know, like finding him, talking to him, that kind of stuff. But I mean, I don't hate it or anything. It's just like mostly it feels like a dating simulator, except it's a friendship simulator. And there was like a lot of weird innuendos with the hot dog guy, Diamond. So that bit was very weird and very uncomfortable when we went to share a hot dog. But still really weird and fun. So I don't know when the next, Friendsim is coming out. I'm gonna make an educated guess here and say there's gonna be 18 of these total, because I think there are 36 trolls, if I'm remembering that correctly. And there's probably gonna do 2 trolls per one of these things. So that's gonna be my guess, and I don't know if they're gonna release all of these before Act 2. I'm guessing it's gonna be not. So what I'm saying is like they're gonna be releasing these between each of the acts. So it'll be like this Act 2, and then some more of this, and then Act 3, and so on and so forth. So I guess I would check the other ones out as well. I hope they're a bit more flush out, and just like it's not as like unfinished looking as this one. I don't know, it's like I'm not like trying to like hate on it or anything, but it just definitely feels like very rushed, you know. So, but yeah, other than that, very homestuck. So we got to see more of that fun interaction with the weird trolls, but I don't think like these games are like actually canonical. I mean, the troll's behavior is probably, but I don't know if this human crashing onto this planet is. But anyway, I'm rambling. We'll see how the other ones are once they come out. I do hope they flush them out more, because like the dialogue is fun, but it just needs to be more flushed out. But you know what? Other than that, still fun times. Hope you guys enjoy this. I will leave this here for now. I think I got all the endings. Hopefully, I don't know. I might have missed one, but I think I got all of them. So I will leave this here. Hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching this. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your comments are in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next video.